Do you often wake up around 2 or 3 a.m., wide awake, even when you're exhausted? What if the reason isn't stress, but what's sitting right on your nightstand? You've probably experienced it before you finally drift off, only to find yourself wide awake again at 2 or 3 in the morning, staring at the ceiling and wondering why your body just won't stay asleep. For many older adults, this is the most frustrating part of nighttime. Falling asleep isn't always the issue, staying asleep is. And while it's easy to blame stress, hormones, or simply getting older, there's another factor that's often overlooked, one that might be sitting right on your nightstand. We've all heard for years that drinking water is the best thing you can do for your health, and that's true for many reasons. But what if that glass of plain water before bed is actually making your sleep lighter, your night more restless, and your mornings more drained? That doesn't mean you should stop drinking water, not at all. It simply means that at night, your body needs more than hydration alone. It needs gentle nourishment for your nervous system, support for your hormones, and the right fuel to build your sleep chemistry. Because while you rest, your brain and body are busy with their most important work, repairing muscles, restoring energy, strengthening your immune system, and storing memories. All of that depends on specific nutrients that plain water can't provide. In fact, studies show that what you drink during the hour before bed can directly affect how deeply you sleep and how long you stay there. If you find yourself waking often, it's not always because your thoughts are racing. It could be because your body doesn't have what it needs to remain in rest mode. Tonight, I want to introduce you to a drink that can replace your usual glass of water, one that gently signals your body to relax, calms your mind, and helps you stay asleep longer. It's not a medication, not a sugary cocoa mix, and not a trendy supplement. It's a simple, research-backed blend of natural ingredients that work in harmony with your body to bring back that deep, unbroken sleep you may remember from years ago. Picture this: you take a few warm sips before bed, feeling comfort spread through your chest. Your muscles soften, your heart rate steadies, your mind grows quiet. And instead of waking at 3 a.m. with a restless mind or a full bladder, you open your eyes to morning light, realizing you've just had your first truly restorative sleep in months. That's the difference the right nighttime drink can make. But before we talk about what it is, it's important to understand why this issue becomes so common after 60 and why the solution needs to address both your body's chemistry and its comfort. Sleep naturally changes with age and not always for the better. By your 60s, your body produces less melatonin, the hormone that signals it's time to sleep. Those nighttime peaks become shorter and weaker. You may still fall asleep easily, but your body doesn't stay in that deep, locked-in sleep as long. On top of that, your internal clock, your circadian rhythm, can shift earlier. You might feel drowsy sooner in the evening, but it also means you're more likely to wake up in the early hours before dawn. Hormones play a bigger role in all of this than most people realize. Cortisol, often known as the stress hormone, is meant to be low at night and rise toward morning. But for many older adults, those levels stay elevated long after bedtime, often due to ongoing stress, inflammation, or unstable blood sugar. When cortisol remains high through the night, it can jolt you awake at 2 or 3 in the morning, alert and restless right when your body should be in deep, slow-wave sleep. Then there's the bladder factor, a common cause of nighttime interruptions. As we age, bladder capacity tends to shrink, and the urge to urinate can appear even when the bladder isn't truly full. Drinking a lot of plain water right before bed often makes this worse, leading to more frequent bathroom trips and broken sleep cycles. Digestive changes also play a role. With age, the stomach empties more slowly, and beverages that contain caffeine, carbonation, or excess sugar can create discomfort that disturbs rest. Even certain herbal teas, though considered healthy, can act as mild diuretics, making nighttime wake-ups more likely. Another hidden influence comes from the nervous system itself. Over time, the balance between the fight or flight sympathetic system and the rest and digest parasympathetic system can shift toward the former, especially in those dealing with chronic stress or pain. When that happens, it becomes harder to fully relax into deep sleep and easier to wake from it. And then there's inflammation. Low-grade, ongoing inflammation common in conditions like arthritis or heart disease can subtly interfere with rest by increasing nighttime pain and disrupting normal sleep patterns. All of this shows a clear picture. Older adults aren't losing sleep simply because they can't quiet their minds. They're losing sleep because their internal chemistry, hormones, and comfort cues have changed. The encouraging part is that the right nighttime drink can help address several of these issues at once, calming the nervous system, supporting melatonin production, easing inflammation, and reducing bladder irritation. That's why the solution isn't just about cutting back on water before bed. It's about replacing plain water with a warm, nutrient-rich drink that actively supports deep, continuous sleep. In the following sections, we'll explore the science behind deep sleep and the specific recipe that can help transform restless nights into truly restorative rest. Deep sleep isn't just another phase of slumber, it's the body's repair workshop, a sacred time when your brain, muscles, heart, and immune system work together to restore balance. In scientific terms, this stage is known as slow-wave sleep. During it, brain waves slow to their lowest frequency, muscles release tension, breathing steadies, and heart rate drops. This is when your body fully switches into restoration mode. One of the most remarkable processes during deep sleep is the activation of the glymphatic system, the brain's natural cleansing network. It acts like a nighttime cleaning crew, clearing away toxins and waste that build up during the day. Without enough deep sleep, these byproducts remain, leaving you groggy, unfocused, and more vulnerable to long-term cognitive decline. Deep sleep is also when muscle repair peaks. Protein synthesis, the rebuilding of muscle fibers, reaches its highest point, which is especially vital for older adults as recovery slows with age. Without sufficient deep sleep, you might experience ongoing soreness, weakness, or slower reaction times. The legs, in particular, depend on this nightly repair to maintain strength, balance, and coordination. And running quietly in the background is a hormonal symphony. Human growth hormone, or HGH, is released in pulses during deep sleep, helping repair tissues, strengthen bones, and even support the renewal of healthy skin. During deep sleep, cortisol, the body's main stress hormone, drops to its lowest point, allowing your nervous system to fully enter the rest and digest mode that promotes true healing and recovery. But here's the challenge. Deep sleep doesn't just happen automatically. Stress, poor nutrition, pain, or even mild dehydration can shorten or fragment this vital stage. And once you wake up in the middle of the night, your body must cycle through lighter phases of sleep before it can return to deep rest if it manages to return at all. Each interruption steals valuable minutes from your body's repair time. That's why the nighttime drink we'll explore later can make such a difference. It's not only about falling asleep faster, it's about staying deeply asleep so your body can complete its nightly restoration process. It works by calming your nervous system, supporting melatonin production, and easing inflammation. Think of it as a quiet partner in your body's natural healing routine. Now, let's talk about water. It's essential. Every single cell in your body depends on it. But when it comes to nighttime hydration, plain water has its limits. It hydrates, yes, but it doesn't nourish or soothe. In fact, drinking a large glass of water right before bed can backfire, leading to frequent trips to the bathroom that interrupt your sleep cycle. For older adults, this issue can be even more pronounced. As we age, the bladder becomes more sensitive, and even small amounts of water can trigger the urge to get up and urinate. Each of these wake-ups doesn't just cost you a few minutes, it breaks the continuity of deep sleep your body so badly needs for repair. Another limitation of plain water is that it lacks the nutrients that help your body transition into sleep. It doesn't provide magnesium, which relaxes tense muscles. It doesn't offer tryptophan, which your body uses to make serotonin and melatonin, and it doesn't contain calming plant compounds that help settle the mind. It's a bit like trying to build a house with only the bricks but no mortar. You've got part of what you need, but not enough to hold everything together. That's where a well-designed nighttime beverage can make a meaningful difference. It can hydrate your body while also delivering sleep-supporting nutrients. Warm liquids, such as herbal infusions, mineral-rich broths, or plant-based milk blends, add an extra soothing effect. They gently raise your body temperature, which then gradually cools as you lie down, a natural signal to your brain that it's time to sleep. This thermal cue may seem small, but it's a powerful part of how your body prepares for rest. The drink we're leading up to takes that idea one step further. It avoids anything that can interfere with sleep like caffeine or added sugars, and instead includes ingredients that actively guide your body into a restorative state. Think of it as a carefully crafted blend that supports your hydration, sleep chemistry, relaxation, and hormone balance all at once. That's why I often tell my patients, drink plain water throughout the day, but in the evening, choose a functional, nutrient-rich beverage designed for rest. Making this simple shift from regular water to a purpose-built bedtime drink can be the difference between waking up tired and waking up truly restored. Now that we've covered the science, it's time to look at the centerpiece of this approach, the drink that helps you fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. It's not a trendy fad or a quick fix. It's based on evidence, physiology, and centuries of natural medicine wisdom carefully adapted for older adults who value both comfort and results. At its core is a warm, magnesium-rich herbal infusion. Magnesium is a mineral your body relies on for hundreds of vital reactions, including relaxing your muscles, calming your nerves, and helping your body produce melatonin. In the evening, magnesium helps your muscles release tension and signals your nervous system that it's time to unwind. While supplements can provide it, I prefer to include magnesium in a warm drink. The gentle heat adds its own soothing touch. To this foundation, we add chamomile tea, a comforting herb with a long history of use for relaxation. Chamomile contains amphetamine, a natural compound that attaches to specific receptors in the brain, helping to quiet restless or racing thoughts. It doesn't work like a sleeping pill that forces drowsiness. Instead, it softly lowers the volume of mental activity, allowing your mind to drift naturally into deeper, more peaceful sleep. Next comes a small splash of tart cherry juice. Tart cherries are one of the rare foods that naturally contain melatonin. By adding a little to your evening drink, you gently raise your body's melatonin levels right when it needs them most, about 30 to 45 minutes before bed. This can make it easier not only to fall asleep, but also to stay asleep through the night. For those who prefer a creamier bedtime drink, try using warm almond or oat milk instead of water for your chamomile infusion. Plant-based milks contain small amounts of tryptophan, the amino acid your body uses to produce serotonin and melatonin. Together, warmth, relaxation, and these calming nutrients create a gentle chain reaction that prepares both body and mind for rest. The real beauty lies in how these ingredients work together. Magnesium soothes your muscles. Chamomile calms your mind. Tart cherry supports your body's melatonin rhythm. And plant-based milk adds the natural building blocks for healthy sleep chemistry. Combined, they create more than just hydration, they offer true nourishment for restorative rest. Preparing this drink is as meaningful as its ingredients. The act itself becomes a quiet ritual that signals to your body it's time to slow down. Step 1. Choose your base. Decide whether you want a lighter option, chamomile steeped in water, or a richer one made with warm plant-based milk. In either case, heat 8 to 10 ounces of your chosen liquid until it's hot but not boiling, around 160 to 170 degrees Fahrenheit. If it's too hot, it can damage the delicate compounds in chamomile and tart cherry. Step 2. Infuse the chamomile. Add 1 to 2 teaspoons of loose chamomile flowers or use a tea bag. Let it steep for 5 to 7 minutes so the amphetamine can fully release. If you're using loose chamomile, strain the liquid before moving on. Step 3. Add magnesium. A powdered form, like magnesium glycinate, dissolves easily and blends smoothly into the warm tea. The gentle heat enhances absorption and begins the calming process even before you finish drinking. Step 4. Add the tart cherry juice. Once your tea has cooled to a warm, comfortable temperature, stir in 1 to 2 tablespoons of tart cherry juice. A little goes a long way. This isn't meant to be a sweet, fruity beverage, but rather a subtle melatonin boost to round out your nighttime ritual. Step 5 offers optional calming additions that bring gentle anti-inflammatory support. Add just a small pinch of turmeric and a light sprinkle of cinnamon. The curcumin in turmeric helps ease inflammation, while cinnamon promotes steady blood sugar. Both can quietly enhance your body's ability to rest at night. Step 6 is about slowing down and being present. Sip your drink slowly, as if it's part of your bedtime ritual. Feel the warmth move through your chest and down into your belly. This isn't just a drink, it's a signal to your nervous system that the day is winding down. Timing matters. Enjoy it about 30 to 45 minutes before going to bed. This window aligns beautifully with your body's natural rise in melatonin and allows the calming compounds to take effect before your head touches the pillow. As you drink, soften the environment around you. Dim the lights, lower background noise, and step away from screens. Blue light from phones and TVs can interfere with melatonin production. If you'd like, pair your drink with gentle stretching or slow breathing exercises. These deepen relaxation and help your body prepare for rest. When practiced regularly, this becomes more than a recipe. It turns into a soothing nightly routine your body recognizes as a cue for deep restorative sleep. Over time, you may notice you drift off faster and stay asleep longer, waking up feeling steady, refreshed, and ready for the day. Even the best bedtime drink works most effectively when supported by a calm, sleep-friendly environment. Think of it as planting seeds in healthy soil. The drink offers nourishment, but your habits create the right conditions for it to work. Start with your bedroom. Temperature plays a major role in sleep quality. Keeping the room cool around 65 to 68 degrees Fahrenheit, or about 18 to 20 degrees Celsius, helps signal to your brain that it's nighttime and promotes natural melatonin release. If the air feels stuffy, use a fan or crack a window to improve circulation. Soft, breathable bedding and a supportive pillow can also reduce tossing and turning. Next, think about light exposure. Our bodies are deeply influenced by light cues, and even small amounts of artificial light can disrupt melatonin production. About an hour before bed, dim the lights or switch to warm, amber-toned bulbs. Avoid blue light from devices during this time. If you must use them, try night mode or blue light blocking glasses. You can also combine your nighttime drink with gentle movement. Simple stretches focusing on the legs, hips, and lower back help release tension and improve blood flow, making it easier for your body to shift from activity to rest. Movements like seated forward bends, calf stretches, or gentle spinal twists can be especially effective. Breathing exercises are another powerful way to unwind. Slow, deep breaths, inhaling for 4 seconds, holding for 4, and exhaling for 6, stimulate the vagus nerve and activate the body's rest and digest response. This lowers your heart rate, reduces blood pressure, and creates a calm wave throughout your body, perfectly complementing the soothing effects of your evening drink. For many people, simple mindset rituals can help signal that it's time to unwind. This might mean writing a few lines in a gratitude journal, reading a gentle book, or listening to soft instrumental music. The goal is to create a bridge that carries your mind from the activity of the day into the quiet of the night. When these calming rituals are paired with your nighttime drink, you're combining several sleep-supporting elements at once. Over time, your body begins to link this familiar sequence: dimmed lights, light stretching, a warm drink, and slow breathing with deep, restorative rest. It becomes almost automatic, making it easier to fall asleep and stay asleep, even when life feels stressful. Now, imagine this. Morning sunlight filters softly into your room, and you realize you've slept soundly through the night. No tossing or turning, no staring at the ceiling. No repeated trips to the bathroom. You rise feeling balanced and steady, your mind clear, your energy strong, and your body ready to move. That is the power of truly restorative sleep, and it's something you can start nurturing tonight. Too often, people over 60 accept restless sleep as an unavoidable part of aging. But both research and experience show that this doesn't have to be the case. Your body still knows how to rest deeply. It simply needs the right cues, a peaceful setting, and the proper nourishment. This drink, a blend of magnesium-rich herbal infusion, soothing chamomile, melatonin-supporting tart cherry, and optional plant-based milk, is more than just a beverage. It's a gentle signal to your body, saying, you are safe. It's time to rest. You can let go now. When combined with calming routines, this nightly ritual gives your body the conditions it needs to restore, repair, and renew itself. So here's a small challenge for you. Try this practice for 1 week. For 7 nights, replace your usual glass of water with this warm, functional bedtime drink. Follow it with a few minutes of stretching, quiet breathing, and soft lighting. Pay attention to how your body responds. Notice if you wake up fewer times, if you drift back to sleep more easily, and if you start each morning feeling more refreshed and energized. Sleep isn't a luxury, it's one of the essential pillars of health, just like good nutrition and regular movement. It supports your heart, keeps your mind sharp, strengthens your immune system, and helps maintain muscle and bone strength. For older adults, it can be the difference between living cautiously and living fully. You already have the tools to reclaim your nights and renew your energy, and it can all begin tonight with a warm cup in your hands, a calm mind, and the quiet promise of a deep, uninterrupted sleep. If this video helped you understand your sleep a little better, consider subscribing for more science-based ways to age with strength, calm, and vitality.